What's up, you guys? It's Steve here. Hope that you're having a blessed Saturday. Didn't want to interrupt, but wanted to share with you some of the breaking news coming out right now as we're seeing a ton of articles come out about infrastructure and stimulus. This is your stimulus check update and your stimulus package update. Now, take a look here. Senate clears a key procedural hurdle on the infrastructure bill. That's right. We're hearing that there was a vote that it passed to proceed. Take a look at another article just came out. Senate votes to advance the infrastructure bill. Senate breaks filibuster, clears a key hurdle on the infrastructure bill. Also, Senate shuts down debate on $1 trillion infrastructure bill, advancing it towards the final passage. The bipartisan infrastructure bill advances in the Senate, and one we're going to be taking a look at in more detail today. Senate votes to advance Biden's $1 trillion infrastructure bill. And that's right, you guys, we're hearing that they passed a vote to go ahead and push this further, so it's going to be finalized here. But just to clarify, this is not the final vote for it to be totally done and passed in the Senate. This is just for them to proceed. So they're going to be moving on. They're saying likely it could be tomorrow or Monday that we could have this finalized. Now, once that happens, we're then going to be moving on to stimulus. And as I shared with you in a previous video, we're already hearing of new proposals to include more provisions in that $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Now, a lot of people ask about stimulus checks every single day, to which I got to let them know, we still don't know yet. It's not in the package, but as we always have seen in previous stimulus packages, it could get slipped in the last moment. I will be sure to let you guys know whatever unfolds, but let's dive into this article so I can let you know what's happening as of today, August 7th, 2021, Saturday, in Congress regarding infrastructure and stimulus. But before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, keeping you up to date even on Saturdays with stimulus, Congress, the economy, anything having to do with money, just take a quick second to help me out by smashing that like button. Really helps out the channel a ton. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And also, if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that way you can come join the Ram fam and I can keep you up to date on all this stuff. And if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, don't forget to shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That is by far the best way to get a hold of me if you got any specific questions that you want answered. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in so I can get you caught up as to what's happening right now in Congress with them voting to pass infrastructure onto the final stages to hopefully have it done and completed in the Senate in the next couple days. All right, you guys, so as always, link in the description below so that way you can read this article for yourself and see that I'm not just making stuff up. This just came out 2 hours ago and it says, Senate votes to advance bipartisan $1 trillion infrastructure bill. And it says the Senate moved closer to passing a $1 trillion infrastructure package Saturday after lawmakers from both parties came together and voted to clear a key procedural hurdle. But the action soon stalled out as opponents tried to slow the rush to approve one of President Biden's top priorities. Now, the measure would provide a massive injection of federal money for a range of public work programs, from roads and bridges to broadband internet access, drinking water, and more. In a rare stroke of bipartisanship, Republicans joined the Democrats to overcome the 60-vote threshold needed to advance the measure toward final vote. Now, the vote was 67 to 27, a robust tally. If approved, the bill would go to the House. So right now, what we're hearing is that there was literally 17 Republicans that got on board, 50 Democrat votes plus an additional 17 for a total of 67 votes to pass this through. So it passed with flying colors, and now what we're hearing is it's going to go to its final stages. Now, once this is done in the Senate's going to turn their attention to that $3.5 trillion, and once they get that passed, they'll move on both parts, the infrastructure and the stimulus, to the House to meet Nancy Pelosi and the rest of Congress in the House. Now it says, but momentum dragged as opponents refused to yield 30 hours of the required debate before the next procedural vote, which could delay swift passage of the package and result in days-long slog. And here is a quote from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Listen to this. We can get this done the easy way or the hard way. He said on the Senate Open on Saturday today. Now, senators are meeting for a second consecutive weekend to work on the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which is the first of Biden's 2 infrastructure packages. As we mentioned, first one for infrastructure, second one for stimulus. Once voting wraps up, senators immediately will turn to the next item on Biden's agenda, the budget outline for a $3.5 trillion package for childcare, elder care, and other programs that is a much more partisan undertaking and expected to draw only Democratic support. And we're hearing that there's not going to be any GOP support for this. Democrats are going to have to pass it through the process of reconciliation, which means they're all going to have to get on board and agree to pass this, both moderates and progressives, for more stimulus for people. Now, Schumer has vowed to keep senators in session until they finish up the bipartisan bill and start the initial votes on the next big package. So he said, you guys, one way or another, we're getting this done, and we're getting this done right now. And you're not going on your August recess until we do. And that's supposed to be starting up this week, but it looks like they're going to be going on even further into the recess as they are still trying to wrap this up. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris arrived on Capitol Hill for meetings on the bipartisan legislation, which Biden said offered a potentially historic investment on par with the building of the Transcontinental Railroad or Interstate Highway System. Overcoming the 60-vote hurdle was a sign that the tenuous alliance between Republicans and Democrats could hold on the public works package. At least 10 Republicans had joined all Democrats to advance the measure past a filibuster, and in the end, 18 Republican senators voted to advance the package. Excuse me, I stand corrected. I had said 17. It was actually 18 of them that voted for it. Now, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky has so far allowed the bill to progress, and his vote yes was closely watched. This is a compromise, he said before the vote. Wow. So Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell getting on board and also passing through this infrastructure bill. It says for some Republican senators, the back-to-back voting schedule is what they are trying to delay, hoping to slow or halt what appears to be a forward march by Democrats to achieve the president's infrastructure goals. So you guys, they're trying to slow things down, trying to stop the process, but we will see, as we actually saw them provide over 300 different amendments to this bill. But it looks like one way or another, no matter how long it takes, this is on its way to passing. So you guys, I'd say it's very likely that we're going to be seeing this passing probably tomorrow or Monday. They're going to be wrapping this up, and I'll be sure to let you guys know once the final vote is done and they move forward with that bill. Now, once that's taken care of, like I mentioned, they're going to be turning their attention towards stimulus, and we're hearing there could be free childcare, free college tuition, an extension of the child tax credit. President Joe Biden said he'd like to see that go out for another 4 years, which provides monthly stimulus checks to parents. As you know, you should be probably receiving that right now. Now, also, we're hearing that a lot of people are pushing to have stimulus checks. We're hearing that there was a new bill proposal to provide guaranteed income, and they want to do a pilot program starting up here in the next year or so, and then see about making it permanent, providing monthly reoccurring stimulus checks. Now, whatever gets included in this $3.5 trillion package, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Also, we're hearing that there could be a potential extension of unemployment. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, how is that going to work if states have already ended it early? Well, what we're hearing is there's a lot of states that are coming back and suing their governors for ending it early and reinstating and starting up again those federal unemployment benefits. So we will see whatever unfolds. Like I said, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. So you guys stay tuned. There's going to be a lot coming up this week. I will keep you up to date. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It really helps me out a ton. I'll keep you up to date even on Saturdays if news breaks. And if you want to stay up to date, don't forget, if this is your first time here and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the Ram fam, and I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. But with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. Remember, Mondays through Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, guaranteed uploads and also random uploads throughout the days and weekends as news breaks. But with that being said, hope you have a blessed Saturday. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.